Listen, what you did was not very smart.
Make off, you puppet, otherwise I'll start shouting.
And then, the place will be full of policemen in 5 seconds.
3 seconds and my pimp will crack your head.
Attacking an officer on duty, you'd both end up in jail.
You're no officer, but you will end up badly.
In that case, I hope you don't detest rats.
You know what you can do?
Can you read at all? Give me my papers, they're of no use to you.
You can dream about it.
Don't deny it, it's useless. I know you have what I'm looking for.
I warned you, you puppet. Igor, come here!
How's it going, girl?
Pretty badly. That one rides for a beating.
Do you mean that police detective?
He's what? I couldn't tell.
Shut up. I heard him talking to the officer. He's some kind of inspector, but he's lost his papers or something.
Aye, when I snitched him. Funny, eh?
Are you kidding me? I'll kill you. Give them back right now.
But I can't.
You'll pay for this, girl. The brothel is closed for you. Get it?
Wait, I didn't mean that. I was just bored. It's not written on his head as an inspector, you know.
Even if it was, you can't read, you daft sod. Work it out or I'll kill you.
Fortunately, her companion is brighter than she is. I heard everything. Now you can give them back to me.
Here you are, Inspector, sir.
It'll never stop surprising me what this vermin is capable of. Luckily, it turned out well. It would be rather awkward asking for new papers on the very first day. Certainly not. If this gets out, I won't even be allowed to guard a playground. Here are the transfer papers for my duty commencement.
Of course, sir. You can leave them on the table.
Here. All the papers should be in order.
Let me see. Mr. Briscoe, it is my honor to welcome you aboard.
Now it is your honor, but you wanted to put me out of doors just a few minutes ago. Someone else would surely infer certain consequences, yet as I am a straight man, you do not need to worry.
I'm sorry, sir, if I caused you any difficulties.
I'm willing to forget it. So, what's the next step? I would like to take the office as soon as possible. I mean, immediately.
I'll arrange the new warrant for you, sir. In the meantime, you can settle in your new office. It's the door over there, next to the staircase. Here are the keys.
Anything's possible with enough effort. And now, if you could be so kind and show me the way to the Chief Inspector.
Chief Inspector Powell is not available at the moment, sir.
How come?
Well, if my information is correct, he has gone to London for a couple of days.
But I thought I could report myself for duty today.
Don't worry, sir. I can phone him and tell him you're already here.
Thank you. In the meantime, I'll have a look in my office. When can I expect to get a warrant card?
It'll not be so quick, sir. I'm sorry. It'll be at least a couple of days.
There's no need to be sorry. Just do your job so that I can do mine. I shouldn't let them just lie about like that. He said the door by the staircase. It probably won't be anything special. A brainless drunk. I won't waste my time with her. Due to her tasteless dress and cheap perfume. A brainless drunk. As soon as he finds out who I am, he licks my shoes. Finally, everything is as it should be. The first one is the office key, and the other? Well, I'm not quite sure. Constable, the keys you gave me, do you know what the other one is for?
I have no idea. These were your predecessor's keys. I thought it'd be wiser to keep them together.
You thought well. I'll find out myself. Finally, my own office. I didn't expect anything special, but this is just extravagant. Service. He can't hear me. If you want something done properly, you have to do it yourself. I expected an office, not a barn. Only a swarm of flies is missing. I expected an... Only a swarm of flies is... The view isn't worth mentioning, but I'm not here to stare out of the window. To me, the whole of Plymouth seems just like the grass under the window. It grows how it wants and where it wants, and nobody ever tries to mow it. I have a question. How come my predecessor has not moved his belongings out yet?
Sir, Inspector Lockley retired a month ago. As far as I know, nobody ever goes into his office.
Especially not the cleaning lady, right?
I will arrange that, sir. But you won't come until the evening, sir, if it's all right with you.
That's fine. As for Inspector Lockley's belongings, I'll put everything in a box. Then come and take it away. I don't care where.
As you wish, sir.
A good start. First they robbed me, and now I have to be a cleaner. It might be useful if someone remembers the correct combination. It's of no use when I don't have the code. Anything I don't need will be thrown out. This isn't my problem. I have my limits. Listen, the vault in my office. Do you have the code for it?
Possibly, yes. I would have to take a look in the reports.
Please do so, all right?
Detective Lockley, your predecessor, was a bit messy.
That doesn't surprise me.
I have no note from him, but the original combination was 88834. He might have set the original combination again before he left.
I'll try it. Thank you. Detective Lockley's property. Maybe he'll come for it one day. Detective... A beautiful piece of manual work. So let's have a look inside. What a surprise. The first one is the office key, and the other? Well, I'm not quite sure. As a boy, I played with a magnifying glass, and once set fire to a pile of leaves by accident. All it needed was the proper angle and sunlight. The standard size, it may come in handy in the field. Smooth as a horse's mane, ideal for dust and filth. I wonder whether it was meant as a gift, or if my predecessor simply forgot it. Writing, notes, evidence. Nothing can get lost here. It might be quite interesting reading under different circumstances. It can't hold much more. I'll manage without this. Finally, it looks a bit more like an office. It would be useless to pretend I'm not here. In my opinion, it's too noisy. Detective Sergeant Briscoe? Good day, sir. What can I do for you? Of course, everything is all right. I'm at your service. I see. St. Patrick's Church. Can you give me any details? Excuse me, I just don't understand why we should deal with a complaint from a local vicar. I understand, sir. I'll set off immediately. I just need to know where exactly it is. All right. I'll take someone with me, as you wish. Goodbye. So, here we are. The first task. And I haven't even sat down yet. I'll take a few notes to make sure I don't forget anything. Something has happened in St. Patrick's Church. The caretaker, Father Mulcahy, requires the presence of a police officer. I'll find out more once I get there. Constable, get me an attendant, please. I'll need him the whole day.
Sergeant Carter will go with you, sir. I will send him to the gate.
Excellent. Thank you. If I don't find them within the next 5 minutes...
Detective Sergeant Briscoe, sir?
Yes, and you are?
Sergeant Carter at your command, sir.
Relax, Sergeant. Do you know where St. Patrick's Church is?
Yes?
Ah, good. You can tell me more about it on the way.
And, why are you, particularly interested in the church, sir?
We'll see when we get there.
Rightio, follow me, sir. Here we are, sir. The church is right behind the gate.
You found it quickly. Good job.
Thank you, sir. If you don't need me anymore, sir, I will return to the station.
No, I need you to be at my disposal the whole day.
Oh, as you wish.
I'll talk to the vicar. Wait here. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I think I can count on him. How long have you been working as a police officer?
Only 2 years, sir, but the time passes pretty fast.
Yes, I've already noticed one never gets bored in here.
Well, sometimes it is exciting. The harbour attracts various shady fellows who like to cause trouble. You're probably used to more peaceful places, aren't you, sir?
That's true. I served in the countryside for 3 years.
Really, sir? I'd bite your hand off for that job, sir. Nobody could ever get me back to Plymouth. Why did you leave, sir?
I'm sorry, but I'd rather keep some details for myself, at least for now. I'll manage without that. I don't think it's necessary when the gate is open. Once it'll be necessary to search the sewers, Sergeant Carter will finally be useful. Father Mulcahy?
Yes? Who are you?
I'm Detective Sergeant Briscoe.
You are with the police, but I explicitly requested Inspector Lockley.
I'm sorry, but he retired recently. I am his successor.
Ah, well, I suppose it cannot be helped.
How can I help?
This is a rather sensitive matter. Do you have a warrant card?
It's a bit awkward, but this is my first day on duty. I haven't sorted all the formalities yet.
How can I be sure you are not a journalist?
You know, there is Sergeant Carter, my attendant, guarding the main gate. I can call him in if it satisfies you.
That will not be necessary, Detective. I will trust you under such circumstances. Let your attendant keep guarding, and would you please follow me?
Most of them are well cared for. Surely many people come here every day. Doesn't seem like someone would loot this place. The attack was aimed only at one particular tomb, that's obvious. This is it? A single broken door?
Of course. What did you expect? This is where the gentry are laid to rest, Detective. Some of these tombs have been standing here for hundreds of years. Such an event can seriously damage the reputation of our church.
I apologize. When did you notice it?
This morning, I was looking for Mr. Talbot, the gravedigger. He likes to drink from time to time, and then he usually falls asleep among the graves, which reminds me I still have to find him. I was searching his favorite places when I found this desecration.
All right, it would be better if you could bring him here. He might know something more. I'll take a look inside in the meanwhile.
Please, Detective, you cannot do that.
Do I need permission?
No, but I cannot allow such a sacrilege. Please give me your word.
I'm sorry, but I cannot.
I'm going to look for Mr. Talbot now, and I will pray you do not make any errors, Detective.
It's obvious he cares about the church. Or is there something else? We'll see. Every detail might be important. There'll be more in that than just a broken door. Something's wrong here. They must have used great strength to force the door. Maybe they weren't interested in the tomb itself. Maybe they just wanted to get in. Interesting. The tomb right next to this one is undamaged. I won't get inside without the key, and so far I do not plan to. I can't see anything suspect. So far, everything is quiet. I hope Father Mulcahy will understand I really need to enter. Everything seems to be all right at first glance. I thought someone had robbed the place. At least that would explain the forced door.
Detective Briscoe! You must see this! Detective Briscoe! Ah, there you are. Something terrible has happened. You have to see.
Calm down and tell me what is going on.
I can't. I'll show you. Please just follow me. Quickly. Look at this. Such a disaster.
Do you know who he was?
Mr. Talbot, the gravedigger.
How many people are there in your staff?
Only the two of us were left. Dear Lord, what shall I do now?
Did you move the body?
No, I ran to you immediately.
Father Mulcahy, I have to ask you to leave the crime scene. This is nothing for your eyes.
You are right. It would be better.
I can imagine how difficult it must be for you, but please, stay somewhere nearby.
I will be at your disposal, Detective. You know, although he was not a particularly humble servant, he did not deserve such an end. God bless his soul.
I hope Carter's still at the gate. Nobody must see this. I can't understand what might have mangled him like that. And I think he was drunk, so he couldn't put up any resistance. I'll know more after the post-mortem. I've already seen several cutthroats, but none of them looked quite so repulsive. If I'd found him in the forest, I would think he had been torn up by bears. But here... What's this? Probably a bottle. Father Mulcahy was right. Mr. Talbot was fond of drinking. But it has nothing to do with his death. He has nothing else with him. In my opinion, Mr. Talbot was a misfit. Normal alcohol didn't affect him, so he drank some foul, stinking spirit. Being in the murderer's shoes, I would go and wash myself. He might have left some evidence there. I'm not going to touch it. I might destroy possible leads. The murderer must have been covered in blood, but I can't see any solid evidence. He certainly didn't touch the pump. Except the usual occupiers, no other corpses. Pretty comforting discovery. I've already seen it. Nothing special.